Right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good crypto news stuff for you today. Some of it bad, some of it pretty good. Most of it talking about what other people think of the crypto space right now. So the first article, as you can see, Jamie Dimon comments on Bitcoin yet again. Says he doesn't give a shit about it. Well, good for you, Jamie Dimon. On the eve of the 10th anniversary of Bitcoin, Jamie Dimon found himself speaking yet again about the leading cryptocurrency, notwithstanding his track record of attempts to extricate himself from the debate. Hey, once you say it, you can't go back. As CNBC reported, Dimon made his reluctant comments at the Axios conference in Los Angeles on Tuesday, which became kind of a meme video. It was pretty great. Referring to his now notorious statement that Nakamoto's invention is little more than a fraud. Okay. So he says, I never changed what I said. I just regret having said it. I didn't want to be the spokesperson against Bitcoin. I don't really give a shit. That's the point. Blockchain is real. It's technology, but Bitcoin is not the same as fiat currency. No, it's not the same as fiat currency. You got that one right. And that's probably why the people that use Bitcoin use it. Some of them, I guess, just for profit. But the whole idea is that it's not fiat currency. So, yeah, like you got that right. But that's the point. You know what I mean? It's like if you're driving a truck around, you're like, my truck's not a car. Like, well, yeah, that's the point. It's got a different purpose to it. So, as previously reported, maybe that was a terrible analogy. It probably was, but let's just move on. So, as he previously reported, Dimon's circuitous history with Bitcoin dates back to September 2017. When his critical rhetoric caused a sharp, fleeting dent to the asset's price. No, I think September 2017 was because of China banning crypto exchanges. Maybe Dimon a little bit, I suppose. A lot of people listen to Jamie Dimon, but either way. After pledging to keep silent on the matter this January, the CEO became embroiled in Bitcoin talks, and he regretted his earlier choice of words, all the while reaffirming his avowed indifference. Despite its CEO's ambivalence, senior figures within the banking giant have hinted at a potentially more receptive stance towards the crypto space, although the institution's signals regarding crypto are resoundingly mixed. So as Dimon's latest comment suggests, JPMorgan is more straightforwardly pro-blockchain. A study into JPMorgan's digital transformation published earlier this month underscored that blockchain represents a key technology for the bank's roadmap. In September, JPMorgan expanded its blockchain-based platform, payment platform, to over 75 multinational banks as part of a collective bid to stave off competition from outside of the banking sector. So as you can see, just because Jamie Dimon doesn't give a shit, people are still moving on with Bitcoin, and even JPMorgan is kind of moving along as well, interestingly and ironically enough. So moving on to the next article, Janet Yellen, ex-Federal Reserve Chair, graciously accepts gifted Bitcoin. So this is kind of cool. Does this article mean a lot? Not really, but it is pretty interesting. And, if a chair accepts Bitcoin and says thanks for it, then maybe the Federal Reserve, maybe it's a good thing. Buy Bitcoin on a piece of paper behind Yellen there. Love that. I remember that. And this guy's just, look at his shit-eating grin. He's just like, yeah. So as chair of the U.S. Federal Reserve between 2014 and 2018, Janet Yellen's relationship with Bitcoin was as fractious as one would expect. However, since vacating the post back in February, she has persisted in her negative stance. But just a few days ago, she gave a 5-minute speech at the Canada FinTech Forum, espousing her concerns, or essentially wheeling out the same old FUD as reasons to avoid Bitcoin. Not the sort of behavior you might, which might make one think she would enjoy receiving some as a present. But that's exactly what a Redditor called Raz decided to do. He sent $20 in Bitcoin to Miss Yellen as a promotional stunt for his Biterica Bitcoin gifting service. With Biterica, anyone can send a gift of Bitcoin quickly and simply to any email address. Custody of the Bitcoin remains with blockchain and or Coinbase, who hold the wallet containing the gift. The service was allegedly set up after Raz's grandmother sent a small gift for his daughter with instructions to set up a bank account for her. Realizing that bank charges would consume the gift in under a year, Raz invested the money into Bitcoin for his daughter instead. So it seems that the gift worked, both as a taste of Bitcoin And as a publicity stunt, Yellen's response to the gift was courteous and she open-mindedness towards Bitcoin, which has not been previously been revealed. Raz suggested that she spend the gift however you please and hope you can reconsider its merits. Yellen replied, "Thank you so much for the gift. Maybe to know it will be to love it." Here's hoping it turns out to be the case. Each doubter's mind changed is another step forward. So another article here is saying, looking at crypto in only seeing the scams is like looking at the internet in 1999 and only seeing the bubble. Looking at crypto and seeing no use cases is like looking at the internet in 1993 when the web has 3% of traffic. Very, very good point. Crypto is like the 90s internet with few use cases and many scams. So Benedict Evans, a partner at Andreessen Horowitz, recently tweeted that crypto today is nearly identical to the internet in 93, 99. Evans went on to explain that in the 90s, the internet had huge potential with few of the use cases invented yet, which is true. It just really didn't have much on it for the most part, compared to today anyway, with all the different things that you can do. A handful of analysts, blockchain developers, and academics agree that blockchain industry is in its early stage. And MIT Media Lab's Digital Currency Initiative Director, Dr. Nia Narula, says that the cryptocurrency sector and its technologies are not even developed enough to be compared to the internet in the 1990s. Kinda. Dr. Narula believes that the DLT and its associated infrastructure are more comparable to the developmental stage of the internet in the 70s before TCP/IP was widely adopted. Evans also pointed out that there are multiple blockchains today with relatively nimble use cases. However, the fact that many startups are now working on developing ways for cross-communication and atomic swaps between various independent blockchain networks is a positive. So outside of technological obstacles, Evans believes that too many cryptocurrency projects use hyperbolized rhetoric to lure investors into projects which are simply unachievable at the moment. The industry cannot move forward until a large number of ICO scams and blockchain hacks are addressed. Totally agree. Oh God, if you watch my channel at all frequently, you notice that I like to call ICOs and various websites of cryptocurrencies that are advertising their crypto or their, the ICO's white paper as just corporate word salad. It's just hyperbolized rhetoric. Absolutely one of the better, maybe a better way to say it, and then a cheaper way to say it is corporate word salad. It's just nonsense. If you go and read white paper after white paper, I've read hundreds of them, and they all say that they're just amazing, that they're going to break the industry, that they're this, that, and the other thing, and then it turns out that it just like what did it do? Nothing. It just went to CoinMarketCap, went up in price, and then went down. And then have you heard of it since? Probably not. That's just kind of the way it goes. So kind of like the internet in the 90s, but maybe I agree, more like the internet in the 80s or the 70s. There just isn't a lot of use cases right now, and I think 10, 20, 30 years down the line, we're going to see a totally different crypto that we're just not even going to be imagining yet. Hard to imagine in the 90s, in 1993, with the internet so slow that you can just do anything you want. You can play you can play all these massive games. You can chat with people, load videos in just seconds, go around to websites, trade, do anything you want just immediately and see all the content immediately. I could type in YouTube how to fix an 87 Dodge Ram carburetor, and boom, there it is. Who'd have thought that that would be on there, and who'd have thought that that would be something that would even be important to be on YouTube? And this, that, and the other thing. So it really makes a lot of sense, because in 93, I mean, what did we have? We had some really basic websites. You guys remember the websites? They were all like pixelated, and they all had those very specific colors, and it was basically just a scroll, and you would scroll down to like these individual little hyperlinks, and we had AOL chat rooms. Oh my, did we have AOL chat rooms? And not really anything else. We had some websites with pictures that took forever to load, and if you wanted to download a video, better set your calendar. But moving on. Will crypto consolidate or capitulate? So basically the CEO of the largest crypto exchange believes the Bitcoin bears are here to stay. BitMEX CEO Arthur Hayes believes bears have the stamina to keep control of the crypto market for at least 18 months longer. Which, who knows, maybe true, maybe not. Arthur Hayes is the CEO of BitMEX, and BitMEX is the largest exchange because of its like massive 100x margin trading and stuff. So really it's not that big, but because of the unbelievable amount of margin trading, it makes it way, way bigger than it kind of seems to be. I don't know, whatever. So the captain at the helm of the world's largest cryptocurrency derivatives exchange, BitMEX, believes bears could maintain control of the cryptocurrency market for at least another 18 months. Of course, these comments are rather interesting, considering they come from the man accused of openly encouraging traders to short Ethereum on his own exchange. But in a recent interview with Yahoo Finance, because everybody's watching Yahoo Finance, my view is the volatility environment that exists right now could persist for another 12 to 18 months. The flatness. Haynes is convinced that trading volumes could weaken further, and while past performance is not proof of future results, Hayes' opined that I'm just basing it off my previous experience. I started in Bitcoin in 2013 when the price went from 250 to 1300, and then from 2014 to 2015 was sort of the nuclear bear market. So while Hayes is not alone in this bearish point of view, there are plenty of analysts who believe cryptocurrency are on the verge of a bull market. So you got all those TA people out there going, look, I made this fractal line, I made this line going down, it's going down. And then you just you click on the next video and somebody's like, oh, look at this fractal line and look at this other line I made up here, it's going up. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. TA is horrible for cryptocurrency because you could literally go from one YouTube channel to the next. It's kind of like feng shui. I could have somebody come in here, feng shui my living room, and move around different pieces of furniture and be like, this is the optimal situation for you. You're going to be really happy with this. Then I could have another feng shui person come in an hour later, not knowing that I already feng shuied my living room, and they would rearrange it in a different way and say, this is the optimal position. And that's the same way with TA, technical analysis, if you will. In cryptocurrency, you can go to one YouTube channel and then they're just like, making lines, squiggly lines. Oh, it's going to go down. It's definitely going to go down. It's going to turn around right here. And then another one's like, no, it's going to turn around right here. And then it's going to go down. No, this one's going to keep going down. So none of them have any idea what they're talking about. So that's why I avoid TA because, it's just it's like astrology. You could read one newspaper like you're gonna make a new friend today. Read the next newspaper, you're gonna lose a friend today. Open one, you're gonna win the lottery today. It's just nonsense. So the OX decentralized exchange co-founder Will Warren countered that since he started following crypto in 2011, there have been a number of fast and slow cycles. And he believes the market is blowing off some steam right now before going through some healthy consolidation. Which I agree with that because there was a lot of altcoins made in 2017 that are going nowhere and are kind of dying off. So Matty Greenspan also believes the upcoming bull market will stack on gains quickly as people now have more awareness and education about cryptocurrency. So here's what I like to say about 2017. And that 2017, of course, there's always been like a slow rise in crypto prices since it came out. And there's always been dips and bull runs and bear runs. All that such. But here's what I say about 2017, is that 2017 was the year of the massive media YouTuber of cryptocurrency that reached tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people, a month are watching, certain YouTubers' videos, definitely not mine. But, you know what I'm saying? So there was some really, really popular YouTubers, and then there was BitConnect. You had to actually go and buy Bitcoin for BitConnect. That was insanely popular. YouTubers with 60 views, YouTubers with 200,000 views were making videos on BitConnect. Everybody was doing it. Genesis mining and all these different things that really got people interested in cryptocurrency, even though they were bad, that otherwise would not have been interested in cryptocurrency, right? Because to some people, mining and going to an exchange and buying it and leaving it sit in a wallet is boring. You have to admit, for some people, that is boring. Maybe it's not for you, maybe it's not for me, but for some people, that's boring. I want to see my gains every day, they say. I want to see these, I want to see the changes. I want to know, because with Genesis mining and BitConnect, you can do the math and you can see how much money you're going to make a week, 2 weeks, a year down the line. You can just simply do the math. I'm mining at this rate, and I'm going to be mining at this rate for a year, so I should have approximately, based on difficulty, yada yada, this much money. So that's more interesting to people. And now that those are gone, Genesis mining is still around, but don't do that because you don't make any money. But now that those really popular apps and websites and means of investing are gone, it really went downhill. And we need something new that I can't think of, that you can't think of, that somebody's going to think of somewhere along the line that's really going to get people right back into crypto again, that's going to be super hyped, that people are going to jump back on again. And otherwise, the price is going to stay stagnant for a while and probably slowly grow. But without those services, I don't think there's going to be a massive bull run. Maybe just small ones here and there. So we need something that really sparks crypto in people's minds again. And unfortunately, that was BitConnect in 2017. And whether you want to admit it or not, I mean, I hate BitConnect because it's a terrible Ponzi scheme, but you have to admit that it really sparked interest in a lot of people's minds. You know, going around to YouTube and seeing people make gains and watching them do it, and then you go ahead and do it, and then the next person goes ahead and does it. Really, you have to admit the chain reaction of that was pretty huge. So crypto analyst Ran Nooner retracts his claim that Bitcoin will hit 50,000 in 2018. So now I want to talk about this as well. And I've been talking about this in my live streams and various videos. So I made a prediction video at the beginning of 2018, and I can't remember the exact date, but I was like, I think Bitcoin might be 25 to 35,000. And that was a very conservative estimate. And in fact, I got some comments that were so mean and so hateful because I only thought that it was going to be 25 to 35,000. They were like, you don't even think it's going to go 2x, you're an idiot, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, I'm just having a conservative estimate here. It takes a lot of money to move it that far to 50,000 or 60,000. It takes a lot of money to do that. And I just don't think that there's going to be that much money in 2018. I think the 2017 was so much hype that, like, it's not going to be as big in 2018 as it was in 2017. Turns out I was a little bit right, but everybody was wrong. So here's a 50,000 prediction. I could have probably brought up numerous articles of people 50,000, 60,000, 100,000 predictions by the end of 2018, which I just don't think is going to happen. I don't think anybody thinks it's going to happen now, and I think everybody was wrong, including myself. However, that prediction video was just kind of for fun. It was just kind of me like trying to bet against myself, you know what I mean, to see like what I could, how right I was. Turns out, I think we're all going to be wrong. So Ran Nooner, the host of CNBC's crypto trading show, has rescinded his earlier prediction that Bitcoin will reach 50,000 by the end of 2018 in a tweet. Nooner's original prediction was from February 1st, 2018, stated, "For the record, I am pinned that this tweet will finish 2018 at 50,000." So that was his tweet there. I think it'll finish at 50,000. The CNBC host told Cointelegraph in private comments today that he had changed his stance due to the recent state of the market. Yeah, because you can just change your stance like whenever you want, you know what I mean? But that's fine, I guess, I suppose. Explaining he wanted to clarify his position. Given we are in a bear market and no good news is moving the market, I can't see a 50K BTC this year. And I agree. I totally agree with that. I agreed with that, you know, like way before. I mean, like, I kind of disagreed with the 50K to begin with. I never thought that it would get to 50K because the exponential increase in money that is needed to continue to draw the market cap that high and the price of Bitcoin that high is really, really, really crazy. Like, we're talking well over $1 trillion market cap for Bitcoin, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there. Quite a lot for Bitcoin, maybe like 800 billion. I don't know, somewhere around there. Math, I'm not going to do it on in my head, but either way, that's quite a lot of money that's going to be needed to pour just into Bitcoin. We're not even talking about any of the other altcoins to get that price there. So, and what I do agree with here is that there is no good news moving the market. Again, as I stated about 2017, there were all these good news, even though you could consider BitConnect good news in 2017 because everybody was so pumped about it, even though most people knew it was a Ponzi scheme right off the bat. I'm just saying it brought a lot of people into crypto. We need something like that again, that isn't a Ponzi scheme, that isn't a pyramid scheme. We need something like that again that's going to draw people into the crypto world that is not boring, that is not, oh, I have to go on an exchange and then get a wallet and put it in the wallet and now I have 1 Bitcoin and I go and stare at it. People need something different. People need something funner. There's a lot of people in the world that are just too impatient and just don't have the attention span to just sit and look at 1 Bitcoin and watch the price rise. They need some kind of interactive experience like BitConnect and Genesis mining and things like that. They need something more than that. And I know maybe those people shouldn't be into crypto, but or maybe they should. I don't know. But they need something different. We need something brand new. When asked if he had a concrete alternative prediction for Bitcoin's price range year's end, Nooner answered bluntly, "Nope, too complicated." Oh, man. Yesterday, October 31st, as the crypto community declared the 10th anniversary of Bitcoin's white paper, crypto markets stabilized following recent mild losses, with Bitcoin trading just above 6,300. So he was wrong, and everybody else was wrong. So nowhere near 50K at the end of 2018. Now, I think maybe there may be a bull run at the end of November. We're talking like maybe November 25th to like somewhere between December 15th. That's usually about a time of bull run. Sometimes a bull run will occur like the 1st of January and then dunk by the time January ends. If you look at the various years of Bitcoin through CoinMarketCap and when it goes up and stuff, it's typically at a low in February and January, and some kind of bull run shortly before that, whether it's a month or two. So maybe we'll see a very short bull run towards the end of the year here, or maybe not. But I'm hoping we do. Overall, again, no market change. 205 billion. We had a massive drop a little while ago, and it seems to be recovering from that. But 205 billion is really not much of a change from the past few days or even weeks that we've seen. We've been floating around this amount, be it 5 or 10 difference for quite a while now. Bitcoin dominant still way up there as well. So no changes to really report in the market at all. Some coins up more than others. That's about it. Some of these coins are going up. Some of these coins are going down, bro. These coins are all on fire. You get what I'm saying there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time.